I'd like to welcome you guys to this week's report. Today is Thursday, the 28th of December, I think. Coming up on the end of the year here. I hope you guys all had a great Christmas. We've got a few days left of rock fishing before the closure on January 1st through March. And bad news is one of those days is probably going to be not a great day to do it, and that being Saturday. We've got good weather tomorrow, Friday. Saturday, a storm comes in. There's not a ton of wind associated with it, but with this big swell, whatever wind that does happen is going to be amplified. And the good news is that it doesn't really, there's no clearing winds on it with this first system coming through, so Sunday looks like a good day again. So you definitely have Friday and Sunday to go fish for rockfish if you want to do it. Monday, we've got some more weather coming in, but then Tuesday and Wednesday it looks calm. We're going to have scattered rain during that time though, but the fish are already wet, so that's not a problem. By next weekend though, right now it looks like we're going to have another big storm and quite a bit of wind with that. But as with most long-term forecasts like that, it'll probably change. But yeah, so let's just focus on the next few days here. Friday and Sunday would be your better days. I'd say tomorrow, Friday would be your best day. If you're off, I'm going to take the day off. Fish Long Beach Harbor in the afternoon tomorrow. So yeah, as far as the rockfish goes, you know, everybody's fishing for them, and the best fishing still up the Channel Islands. I know they have boats online until the end. You might get stuck on the beach if you fish Saturday, or they may run to the islands. I'm not sure, but they're still getting a lot of nice big reds up there in Lingcod and stuff like that. So if you want to catch some of those, I'd head up there before the end of the year. There's options down here as well. You can go on a 3/4 day boat, overnight boat like the Eldorado that's running to Clementi, but you're not going to have the same grade of fish as you have up there. If you're a private boater wanting to fish rockfish, I would do it on Friday or Sunday. Look at that deeper stuff like I've talked about in the past, so you're not competing with sport boats for Boccaccio and Mexican reds and all that garbage we don't want. So, you know, after the new year, what are our options going to be here? Several landings are running halibut derbies on their sport boats, which it could be a fun thing to do if you don't have a boat on your own. You go out and get a big halibut, you got a chance to win some money. I know 22nd Street Landing and Dana Point have them. And I think another landing does, but I don't recall exactly which one that is. I think 22nd Street Landing is also doing a sand bass release contest alongside the halibut. So if you're a sport boat guy, that might be something fun to do. I wouldn't expect barn burner fishing on those trips. I used to do that on the Sea Spray out of Redondo. God, when was that? Back in the early 90s, we used to drift halibut in the Santa Monica Bay, and you know, you're not going to catch a ton of fish, but you might get a nice one. Other options, you know, boats out of San Diego are going to start running their day-and-a-half trips down to Colonet in that general area, fishing for yellowtail and rockfish and maybe bluefin tuna. In previous years, the bluefin have kind of been in that zone. I don't know if they're still in that zone right now. I know one of the long-range boats the other day came across some fish on the first day of a 5-day trip, so that tells me they're probably not too far, but I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. And you got to remember the Mexican seiners go back to work on January 1st, I believe, so they're going to be locating any of that tuna that's around there. They should have a better idea, see how those guys do. In the last few years, they limited out really quick, and then they left them alone the rest of the year for a sport boat guys to catch. There's no guarantee they're going to come back up this way, but I really hope they do, because it makes for good fishing for a lot of boats. Yeah, you know, if you're a bass guy like me, there's plenty of good fishing options all winter long. I went out on Saturday for my first trip since my knee surgery. It was actually 5 weeks to the day, and thankfully my knee just felt great the whole time. And Matt and I fished Long Beach Harbor. What we didn't realize, because I'd been off the water so much, is that we were dead on a full moon, and also we were having post-frontal conditions, which if you guys frequently watch my videos, you know neither of those things are good for fishing, and especially bass. But we just were dying to go fishing, so we went out and actually had pretty good, surprisingly good fishing given the conditions. Water in the mid to high 50s, a lot of debris in the water. Started out fishing the outer harbor and had a few calico bass on crankbaits. A lot more short bites and fish connecting. like I said, that post frontal and full moon, those fish are just reacting to the bait and not really hoovering it up like they normally would. I got a little video here that kind of shows Matt getting a nice calico on a CR16, evergreen CR16 crankbait at one of the oil islands.
What? That needed like a ton of shit right there. Wow.
Nice. Good one.
Excuse me.
Nice job.
How you like that new hook?
Worked out pretty good.
Yeah. Merry Christmas.
So after we finished up with fishing outside, we fished a few different areas, and a lot of it was dead. And you really have to cover a lot of water when fishing riprap. And I'm going to show you a little video here that kind of breaks down just how much water covering we do when I say we cover water. Nice. Spottylicious?
Yes, sir.
Nice. Another good one.
Well, that is one dark mama right there.
Yep. Bight?
Small one.
Get him?
Yeah.
Nice.
Got him.
Little baby giant.
Baby giant.
finally, one of the nice things about fishing a place like Long Beach Inner Harbor, there's several spots around there to eat. You can tie up your boat, go get some food. The Chowder Barge is one. There's a fish market at Bur 55 that we decided to go and have some food at, and on our way there, back stopped and caught his nicest spotty of the day. There's like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
There you go.
Stuck.
That one took it.
Yeah. That's a spotty.
Nice one.
Yeah.
Good Lord. Hold that up for the camera. Nice.
That's what we wanted, right?
Yeah.
Well, they have a very unique wake.
So yeah, you know, for the next couple months, if you're an inshore guy, I mean, it's not going to be wide open or great fishing. It's unlikely that it will be unless you fish deep water sand bass or something like that. But, you know, if you go out with a good attitude and you just want to practice your fishing, make a lot of casts, fish some baits you're not familiar with, check out some new areas, it's a lot of fun. You'll have a good time doing it. You'll also be better prepared to take advantage of next season when it starts back up. When the water starts warming up, fish get more active, and we can have some better fishing. You know, I'm looking back on this year here. I kind of always do when I used to write my SoCal scene instead of doing my videos. I used to look back over the year, and you know, well, there's been so much happening this year. But you know, my favorite times this year was at the beginning of the year when we didn't have any kelp up at Palos Verdes, and Matt and I were just roping those bass in the crankbait in areas we'd never been able to fish because all the kelp was there. So you know, sometimes life gives you lemons, but you make lemonade out of it. And well, it's all grown back in again now. I know a bunch of new areas that I never knew before. Rocks where boilers are and things like that are usually buried in kelp. So there's something you can take advantage of with all that. You know, it wasn't a great offshore year for me. I only made a few trips due to my leg being problematic, and so that wasn't too exciting. I know we hooked a really big bluefin with Briggs that broke off at the boat. Oh God.
Oh, there's a big flume farther out.
Nice.
There's a huge flume over there too. God. All right, hold on. Oh my God, he's on my fucking. Got him.
Nice.
Oh, he's big.
Yeah, I think we're gonna be here for a while, Jimmy. And had some other shots, but had fun fishing marlin up at Santa Cruz Island in September for the Master Angler Billfish Tournament. We were lucky enough to win that, which was awesome. Not a lot of days in Southern California you go out and hook on and catch 7 marlin in a day. So that was a pretty remarkable thing. We saw quite a few swordfish this year, none of which bit. I was over at Anthony Shade's house the other day, interviewing him for an upcoming issue of Pacific Coast Sport Fishing next year. And he shared a lot of information for private boaters on, you know, what you can do to improve your chance of catching a swordfish if you're lucky enough to hook one, or hooking it if you're lucky enough to find one. So that should be a good article. I appreciate him helping me out with that. But yeah, overall, just a fun year of fishing. You know, it's the afternoon trips to PV that I look back on the most fondly. And it just shows you don't have to have some special trip or spend a bunch of money to go somewhere far. So I'm just grabbing a buddy and going fish for 3 or 4 hours and make your whole day, week, and year when you look back on it. So I wish you guys all a happy new year, and I'll see you next year.